Okay, thank you. So we've had a lot of audience members submit questions about allyship and what it means to be a white or non-Black ally. So I've just summarized this question. How do you believe that we, including non-Black people, can continue to support the Black community and amplify their voices? So if you all could just speak to allyship and what it means to be a good ally. Thank you.
I'll say really quickly, in my opinion, good allyship is deferring to Black leadership. So like if you want to be an ally to the Black community, you have to learn how to defer to Black leaders. Specifically, if you're going to protests, defer to people who have always protested, have always organized and led these organizations. If you're going into the public sector, look for Black leaders who have consistently been doing work in politics and in the public sector, and ask them what the work that they have done is and how they want to be supported, rather than what your view is of what a community needs, because a lot of times that's very different and can lead to really dangerous rhetoric or actions being pushed forward.
I just wanted to say real quickly that I know, like, in my household, one thing that's very important is education. And I think in this instance, a way to demonstrate allyship is just by educating yourself, by seeking out resources and not depending on the Black people around you to educate you and make you a better ally. If you really want to be an ally, if you really want to support Black people, go out there and find those resources for yourself. Go out there and read Black radical thought. Go out there and read about the Black Panther Party and what they actually did. Go out there and educate yourself about Black history and how Black people have been oppressed in America and how they continue to be oppressed in America through health discrimination, through redlining, through legal discrimination via like qualified immunity, prosecutorial discretion, absolute immunity. I mean, I could go on. Like, educate yourself and then try to uplift your Black friends. Don't expect them to educate you.
I would add to both of the previous points. Be careful that you don't allow your privilege to get the best of the moment, right? Because what we have seen, folks from all walks of life protesting over the past several weeks. And some of the commentary that I've received has almost been accusatory that I or we aren't doing enough to solve these problems quick enough. The reality is that Black people have been dealing with these problems since the inception of this country. And just because you have now chosen to wake up and step into the street doesn't mean that change is going to happen overnight. We don't want that type of change. We want true systematic change. And so I'm cautious in the way that I say this because I don't want to deter that type of help, but privilege is real. And I think that sometimes if you've never, perhaps your first experience with true oppression came with the mistreatment at the protest. And so you're finally getting just a little taste of what perhaps you've heard on TV, or perhaps your Black friend has relayed to you. Don't let that moment, your experience, overshadow the work that needs to be done on behalf of your friend. I hope that makes sense.
And additionally, just like the name of my organization, be anti-racist. It's not enough anymore, and it never was, to just not be racist. You have to call it out. You have to be a part of the solution.
Thank you. Do we have any other thoughts from the panelists? If not, thank you all for your responses, and thank you to the audience for attending. I will now be deferring to Alejandro for closing remarks. Thank you again.